It is once again our pleasure to welcome Drew Brees, courtesy of PEFCU, into our newsroom and our broadcast and our studio this morning. Thanks for joining us, talking sports this morning. How many thousands of questions have you fielded about the NFL lockout 2011? I mean,
too many.
Too many? How about one
yeah,
more?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Or 7 more.
Yeah. The fact remains the same. We are still trying to get on the field as quickly as we can. So there is litigation that's ongoing, but we have been negotiating with the owners here for the last 2 or 3 weeks in a bunch of different locations around the country. But I think progress is being made, which is a positive. So we've always been optimistic on the players' side that a settlement would get done and we'd be back on the field on time.
Yeah.
So let's just hope that that's the case.
Well, the biggest question is, will there be, in fact, football in 2011? You're thinking, hopefully?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'd say absolutely. At some point, I think the question has been, are games missed at all? Which
like an eight-game season, something like that?
Well,
Are they talking? That's the scary thing.
I don't even want to think about that happening. But, I mean, you have to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. But I think that if we continue to make the progress we're making, then it looks like we could get started on time.
You've been out in the forefront as well, hosting workouts at Tulane University right there in New Orleans. Why go out in the forefront like that? And if you read the piece in SI, it was fantastic, taking a stand for the players. You guys did that at the beginning of last season as well with the one.
Yes.
Why do that? Because you're kind of a face in this whole situation with the owners.
Yeah, you know, I feel a great sense of responsibility to represent not only the current players right now, but also the players that came before us and the players that are going to come after us. I know the sacrifices that were made by those guys during an era of football that's nowhere near like the benefits that we have now.
The part-time jobs during the summer.
As big as the game has grown, yeah. So guys that went through those strike years of 74, 82, 87, went through the big antitrust case between 89 and 93 that ended up allowing us to have free agency and so many of the benefits that we do playing the game now. And so I feel like it's partly my job to help grow this game and also represent the players moving forward, because it's all about the future of this game, continuing to watch it, be better than when we found it. Mm-hmm. And certainly I think the fan experience has continued to grow, and it's become America's most popular game, and we want to keep it that way. I think it's a great thing.
It is the national pastime now, overtaking baseball. Now, is there an extra carrot dangling for the way the season ended last year? You guys win a Super Bowl and then sadly go over to Seattle despite the fact you guys had a better record and losing that wild card game. Is that extra incentive as well to get back on the field?
Absolutely, absolutely. Plus I feel like we've got a really special team. I feel like we are in a position to make a run at it here. And this offseason's been interesting because, it hasn't been that normal offseason where, everybody's in their team facility, they're all working with the same goal in mind to, go and be a championship team. Everybody's just been on their own. And so you've had to assemble your guys on your own. And, I think some teams have probably done a better job than others, but I feel like we had a very specific plan in place the entire time, and that was, if we're locked out, then we got to come up with a plan to do this on our own. And I feel like we were able to do that, and I think it was very beneficial.
Okay, we'll get you out of here on a non-football related question. You became a dad 2.0.
Yeah.
Balin and Al Bowen.
Yes.
Easier because you kind of know what to expect with a second kiddo, or more difficult because there's an extra person in the house?
Oh, okay, good question. I'd say easier the second time around because you were so freaked out the first time that you were going to, make a mistake or mess it up or whatever. And I think that your child feels that tension if you are that way with the first. And so I think both my wife Brittany and I felt like with Balin it was just every little thing we were just right there, and yet with the second one now we're so much more relaxed.
You got this.
That I think he in turn is so much more relaxed. He sleeps so much better than Balin did. He eats better than he did. He's such a happy baby. But having 2 boys is the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah. Drew, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks once again to our friends at PEFCU for allowing Drew to come in and spend a couple segments with us. We'll be right back.